And Armie tells this story better than I do, so I'll let him cut me off at a certain point. But you know, we were rehearsing the villa. We were shot the film where the film takes place, and Luca, our director, one day says, "Okay, let's do rehearsal. We're gonna go into the backyard. Join us." And so Armie and I were very enthusiastic. We had our scripts, and we went in the backyard.
And we get out to this sort of like patch of grass, and he goes, "Okay, we'll rehearse right here. Let's just pick a scene. Let's do scene 71." And he just kind of arbitrarily throws out a number. So we go, okay, great. We go to our page, and we get to the page on the script, and all it says is, Elio and Oliver roll around in the grass making out. And we kind of look at each other, we're like, all right, here we go. That's why we're here. Let's do this. So we kind of get down on the ground and start making out. And he goes, no, stop. What are you doing? And we go, we're trying to make out. He goes, I want you two to make out like you want to make out with each other, like passionately. And we were like, good direction. Yes, that's exactly what we should be doing. Let's do it. So then we start making out, and then we're making out, and then we're making out, and then we're making out, and no one's saying stop, and all of a sudden we both kind of stop, and we look, and Luca had just walked away, and just left us, like there, rolling around in the grass.
That's
and that was our only rehearsal.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was a bit of an icebreaker.
Yeah.
Destroyed the ice. Yeah. Destroyed the ice.
Yeah.
Lady Bird, right?
Yes.
With Greta Gerwig.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all well and good. We're here to talk about Call Me By Your Name. Neil, if you don't mind.
He's got two big movies in a row. Recognized a lot when you go out?
Nice. No. I got paparazzi for the first time the other day.
So. You got paparazzi'd?
Is that how do you say it?
That's a verb. That's a verb, yeah.
It's a verb. How do you say it when it happens?
Normally. Yeah.
Okay,
What was that? What did that feel like? That's weird. That must be a weird...
Yeah, I was, like, shocked. I, like, looked behind me. I don't know, it was super weird. Yeah, I
was
like
kind
you
of
said,
disarming, right? Because you coming out of a restaurant or whatever, you ate, and then all of a sudden someone's out, and it's as if you've done something terribly wrong. They're snapping pictures, and they're aggressive, and
well, it's not. There's like one guy.
Italian city, and were you kind of living the performances and the roles?
Yeah, we definitely were. I mean, we were sort of like sequestered. You go.
Well, no, a couple of exceptions though. A couple of you like living the roles. No, not everything. Not everything. Okay. It took a couple seconds there to make sense.
What's your relationship like since filming? Like, have you become family?
It's exactly like it is in the movie.
Almost
Not
exactly.
exactly,
Yeah.
right?
Except we hate each other. Yeah.
But do you have dinners together? Like, has he become your family here?
That's exactly it. I mean, I wish I had the type of situation where I could be inviting Armie over for dinner, but that's not what it is. It's the kind of thing.
I've been to your place in New York, though. I've been there.
Armie in my place in New York could put out both arms and he could hit both sides of the room.
It's New York.
So
that's the way it goes.
the first structure of our relationship is I'll go over and like just wait until I feel like everybody wants me to go, and then I'll go.
Never. And the answer is never. We never want him to leave.
Best piece of advice he's given you about this industry?
We got dinner last night, and he said something along the lines of like, just you wait, you know, like next year at this time it is not going to be this, you know. So it's good, you know. It's good.
You're not going to have that small apartment anymore. It's going to be different.
No, he didn't mean it like that. He meant like back to the small apartment.
No. What I meant.
Explain, please.
No, it was good advice.
I said, come the end of March, all of this is going to be over, and there is like a real world that you go back to once this whole machine is kind of done.
But then there's YouTube.
Yeah. Is that what you said? Watch YouTube.
Yeah. Watch Little Timmy Tim on YouTube.
No.
Watch some rap videos.
No.
Statistics.
No.
Statistics.
All right.
It was such a special and unique experience because we shot it in a little tiny town in Italy called Crema, and Timothée and I were basically the only Americans there. Nobody else spoke English, so if we wanted to do anything on the weekends, we were doing it with each other. We were going to restaurants, we were spending a lot of time together, we were discussing scenes, we were rehearsing a lot. It was really kind of like an immersion. We just spent all day filming and then all night together, and then we would be together on the weekends, and it developed into like a genuine friendship that we still have to this day. You know, I mean, it was a really special experience to get to do it, especially with someone as talented and special as Timmy.
Special, I like that.
A lot of specials.
Well, there was a good rehearsal we had maybe a week before we started to film where Luca had us go into the backyard. You tell the story way better than I tell it.
No, go ahead, dude. Go.
I'm going to butcher it.
No.
Something along the lines of, we had already been rehearsing a lot in Luca's apartment, but then we went to the villa. We were going to shoot it and to rehearse a bit. Lucas said, "Why don't we go rehearse in the backyard today?" So Armie.
It's going to be our first like physical rehearsal, as opposed to in Lucas' apartment.
Yeah, and like where we were going to shoot it, and I was like, "Great, this is a great idea." And he said, "Bring your scripts." So we brought our scripts, and we're kind of going this long walk on this in this vast backyard area. And he says, "Let's do scene 67." So Armie, okay, great. And we flipped to page 67, or scene 67 rather. And I think the only stage direction was they kiss.
It's like they roll around in the grass or something like that.
And we kind of looked at him, and he was like, "Go."
Whenever you're ready. We're just like,
All right, here we go.
all right, I guess we should get on the ground. We're both just kind of like on the ground. We're like, all right, let's do this. You know, and then it was just on. And then they had to pull us apart. We just wouldn't stop. You know, we just got so into it.
Actually, he ran away, I think, right?
Luca did?
Yeah, we were like on the ground, and when we looked up, he was gone.
Oh, that's right. He just left us there like making out. Yeah. Our first wardrobe fitting, they said, "Oh, here are your shorts." And so I put them on, and I remember looking down and going, "Where's the rest of them?" And then, and honest to God, by the end of the movie, I went home. I definitely stole a bunch of shorts from the movie, but I went home and I put on a pair of my own shorts, and I was like, what's this fabric by my knees? Like, this is, I feel so constricted.
I have a lovely story about the shorts, but maybe not now.
Let's just say they were too short.
And then some digital intervention has to help.
Ew. Yes.
Here, let's go in the middle. I thought Luca was coming in.
Dude, your first billing, brother.
Yeah, okay. Hi, my name's Armie Hammer.
Hey, my name's Timothée Chalamet.
You guys from Texas? They'll ban you if you use your cell phone in a movie. They'll kick you out.
Oh, really?
Ban you. Yeah.
Great.
Thank you very much and enjoy the film.
Enjoy the film.
Enjoy the film.
What's that?
It didn't feel like we had to fake the relationship. We were able to, you know, they say experience is the best teacher. We literally just spent a ton of time with one another. We were together almost every second we weren't filming, and I would hope that the chemistry that's so palpable in Andre Osman's book, we were able to capture some of that and put it on screen.
We basically did together everything that we did in the movie. We rode bikes around Crema. We listened to music. We talked about.
There are some things in the movie that we
didn't do.
Right.
Thank you both for speaking to me about this film, but I want to blame you for making me that crazy person that cried on her own on But it meant I got 2 seats to myself because no one wanted to sit next to the girl that was crying.
Yeah.
So,
It's actually a really good idea.
so
It's a
swings
good
and
idea.
roundabouts.
Every time I get on public transportation,
Talking
I'm
or,
gonna weep
you know,
to myself
crying or talking to
talk
yourself. What about having a conversation with the person next to you who's not there?
I do
Because then
that.
if someone tries to go, you go, excuse me, there's someone already seated here.
No.
I'll do that on my free time.
Okay, I'm sure you have questions.
No, I'm enjoying this. Is that a reaction that you've been getting from like early viewings of this film?
Yeah, I think it happened at Sundance where the film ended, and it seemed like people were receiving it warmly, but it was really in the Q&A where somebody raised their hand and they alluded to the speech that Michael Stuhlbarg's character gives to my character at the end of the film, and without giving away any spoilers, it's very powerful, and it's very much the parent that a lot of people wish they had in their life and weren't privy to have. And somebody raised their hand and talked about how their father had never given him that type of warmth and love and support the way Michael does in the film, and that's the first time I thought to myself, oh wow, you know, this might have the power to really affect people in a positive way, and that was thrilling because I'm obviously very young in my career, but I have not had that sensation before.
Yeah, I bet. That's the bit that set me off, for sure, as well. Do you guys have a favourite scene that you either, like from shooting or how it came out in the finished film?
I'm sleeping in the shot, and without giving anything away, Armie plays about 6,000 emotions in the span of 4 seconds, and without any lines, and he just kind of comes over the bed, and that scene always floors me when I watch it because that's so cool. It's so cool when somebody's acting and you can almost project what they're thinking within the scene.
Yeah, how about you?
I mean, now it just sounds like we're really kind of giving each other like a nice service here. But I think my favorite is it's two. It's the final shot of Timmy looking at the fire, which is incredible, and it's so good that the credits come on at the end of the movie, and people don't know that it's over. They just sit and like they just watch that, and then also Michael's speech.
It's nice that you guys can compliment each other because it'd be bad if you were like, well, actually, my favorite scene was my performance.
Was actually somebody.
Yeah. Me.
No.
Just all of my performance. I have to comment on the dancing because that was one of my favorite bits. Just seeing you guys dancing. Because for me, the most awkward thing that I think I could ever do on camera is dance.
Me too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was there music playing when you were doing it?
He was so miserable that night.
I hated that day. That's one of the hardest days I've ever had of filming because there's no music. So like it'll start and it'll be like dun 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 dun, and then they'll turn off all the volume, and then I'm just like dancing, and then there's like 75 background artists all just like watching who are bored, who've been there for hours watching the same thing, and then like the whole crew is watching, and I'm dancing to like nothing and silently. And in my head, I'm just screaming, I hate this so much. And then I look over at Timmy, and he'd be off camera dancing, like having his own good time. And I was like, now I hate him. Like, it was terrible. But it all was, you know, there's so much about the body language of Oliver being free and just being able to let go. It was a fun challenge to get to do as an actor.
That's a great irony as well, that it's you're portraying someone feeling very free and you feel so uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
I'm not surprised. Again, that was like probably my least favorite thing to ever do would be dance.
Try being 6'5". Then you're just like the
kind of
awkward, lanky guy.
I'm very short.
Bumping into people on the dance floor. And you're like, sorry.
Short shorts. Let's talk about those.
Yep. Yep.
Were your balls coming out of the short shorts? Talk to me about the
how do you know
science of
that?
Armie's short shorts, Luca.
Tell the story.
A lot of visual effects.
Yes.
Tell
Literally.
the story.
Yes.
There was a few times where they had to go back and digitally remove my balls
Is that
from
true?
the movie. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Wow.
There were short shorts. What are you gonna do?
They were.
Well, it's both things.
Yes. And so, did you
Whatever
say
that
it's
means.
both things?
Whatever that means.
Short shorts and big balls is what you're saying. Wow. So Armie
Oh,
Hammer
this is
has
going.
big,
My mom's gonna love listening to this
Armie
interview.
Hammer has big balls is what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying it. I had to remove digitally.
You had to digitally remove
And he
Armie's balls.
Put them in another place.
Yes,
in
they're
the,
on-
in
they're
the
another
movie.
place.
If you
They're
look
floating
around,
around
it's
the
like
movie.
Where's Waldo?
Those are the Easter eggs.
If you look carefully at all the trees, it's not all
The
people.